Hey guys, we're down here at ZIMM'S Guitars, and today we're going to be checking out this original 1959 Stratocaster, and we're going to be playing it through my 1954 Fender Tweed Deluxe. We're going to start, this has a 3-way position switch. We're going to start on the neck pickup.
Give us some thoughts on that thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a really cool guitar. I could tell he played it a lot. The frets are like really low, but you could still play them.
Those are the original frets.
Awesome guitar. It's really cool.
It's stamped 1-59 on the neck.
And the body too. Right in the pickup cavity, right on the neck heel. January 59.
The guitar was bought brand new in Toronto, Canada for $175.
$175 was all the money I had in the world at that time. It's a good old guitar.
Oh, I didn't put the back plate back on it. We just put a new set of strings on it. So let me take it back and put that back plate back on there.
One thing I would tell you what we used to do back then, this only had a 3-position switch, but if you got it just right and balanced it between the, you could get a different sound out of it.
I saw Joe Bonamassa doing that one time.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the 4th position on a Strat.
Right.
Before the 4th position was a thing.
Uh-huh.
Let's hear how it sounds.
Okay. Mention your amp back there, a 1954.
Yeah, this is a 54 Tweed Deluxe. It's the 5D3 circuit. It's got a 1953 Jensen P12Q speaker in it. It's got all the original Firecracker Astrons in there, the red ones. And the Tweed's all beat up, but you know, this is one of my favorite amps I've had, so I've held on to it. I've had it for a while now, and being as I usually go through a lot of amps, you know, it's got to be a special one for me to hang on to it. So it's really cool, and this guitar sounds amazing through it. This is
perfect pair.
One of the coolest guitars I've ever played. Thank you for letting me play it.
You're most welcome.
It's a so special guitar, and
it really is.
The neck on it is super comfortable. You know, it's not quite like a V-shape neck like the earlier Strats are, like a 54, 55 or whatever, but
right.
This one's way comfortable.
And it has a lot of the, it's all original, but it has all the original finish on the back of the neck. Nothing has been changed. He never sanded the neck down or did anything crazy.
It's got the single line Clouson tuners on there. Thing is awesome.
And I don't know how to read the model numbers here, but it does end in a 9.
It's 36779, which, if you look at the Fender literature, it says that's a 59.
Yeah, and 59 is the same year that they transitioned from a maple fretboard
Yes.
to a rosewood fretboard. And yours was stamped January of 69.
59.
Sorry, 59, not
Yeah.
69.
Right.
59 was stamped January, so it's right that it has a maple board on it. Later in that year, they would switch over to the rosewood.
Right.
That's when you get into the 60s, and they have rosewood all the way up again until the 70s when they switch back to maple. So 59, you can get one or the other. It's either maple or rosewood. And this is just a really cool one. You know, it's got the
Because
staggered
what's funny
pieces.
is they were getting complaints about their necks looking used and old, and people didn't want to hire you if you had an old looking guitar. That was the whole reason they decided to go to the rosewood. But I mean, how cool is that now, though?
Well, you know, these necks were finished in nitro, so they're really thin finishes. That's why they end up looking like this. This wear right here, you know, on the poly finishes, they would chip. But on the nitro,
Right.
they wear in like that, where
That's
you kind of
right.
get the, you can see where it's worn in more around on the edges, you know. And that's what they're moving away for, but that's also what's like super desirable nowadays. But really cool guitars.
Really nice.
And let's check out the bridge pickup on this one.
Okay.
That neck pickup just sounds amazing.
Let me ask Jake another question. So, have you ever taken the neck off and adjusted the truss rod? Have you ever stuck a screwdriver in there and tried to straighten it or anything like that?
I did it one time. Yeah.
Did it one time.
I didn't have any problem with it.
It's straight, dude.
What about the nut? Have you ever had the nut replaced or tried to install a brand new nut or anything like that to it?
No, that's original.
That is the original nut on that guitar. That's
I did
amazing.
have a guitar serviced at a guitar shop probably 30 years ago, and they sanded down the frets because the string had dug into the frets, so
Yeah,
readjusted it. That was it.
yeah,
Yeah, the frets are low, but they still play. You know,
Yeah.
right.
like you don't get a whole lot of buzzing.
Uh-huh.
They definitely feel low, but I mean, you had that 172 Strat in here like a while ago,
I remember.
and that thing had the lowest frets I've ever played.
Yeah,
But this isn't even quite to that point yet. But
right.
but it plays nice. Like this is a really nice guitar.
Jake, thank you for bringing that in and letting us look at it.
You're most welcome.